All right, Dr. Law, thank you for taking time this morning for a couple of questions here to talk about the Collins Center. Welcome to the board.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's a nice opportunity.
Great. Well, why don't you start off and tell us a little bit about what drew your interest to the Collins Center and your decision to join the board?
Well, first of all, it's a very nice invitation, and obviously there's a wonderful reputation for public policy and civic dialogue that comes with the Collins Center. I think the interest is maybe two ways. One of the things that we've done here in Tallahassee, some of us in civic leadership have come together and we've created a thing we call the Village Square. And our purpose is to bring civic dialogue to the forefront so that people aren't shouting at each other, people are actually sharing ideas, testing ideas, debating with style and grace rather than what we see everywhere. And then as the president of a community college, I think we're involved in the lives of the people who live here. We take great pride in the fact that our citizens need our help, and they need it to put lives together and move forward. So I'm very excited about the opportunity to join the board. I have an awful lot to learn. It's a very prestigious board with a great history of service to the state, and I will contribute as asked.
Well, and you know that the Collins Center is facilitating dialogue on a number of challenging public policy issues across the state. What do you think some of the most pressing public policy issues?
Well, they certainly have identified the key issues. If we want to say that all politics is local, the civic dialogue has to reflect that. So first and foremost is the health and well-being of our citizenry and the work that's being done on foreclosure mediation. After we're done trying to assign blame and to try to get easy answers to how the train got off the track, it's really nice to have some thought process in how to get the train back on the track and how to put people's lives back together and how to get people whole again in ways that may make a difference not only for them but the whole family. So that work apparently is getting the most of the attention right now, and that's a great thing. I mean, we've got a long way to go to get that problem under control, much less repaired. And in the second area, and we have some interest in this, is the justice area. And again, after we've finished talking about crime and causes and all of those sorts of things, the reality is we have a great number of mostly young men, but certainly young women as well, who've been locked up, and we have to find ways to bring those folks back into our society in ways where they can be productive. And this board is doing some very good things on the area of justice, and I know a number of the board members. I've already started working with some things that are programmatic here on the ground in the Panhandle. So that's probably an area where we can, if you're going to be released from prison, it'd be nice if some things that predict success, like ability to read and driver's license and a real trade and the dignity that goes with achieving a high school diploma and all those things that give people at least a head start on rehabilitation. We know we can do those things, and that's a good dialogue for a community college to be part of. So as you see, I think we're really in the same business, coming at it from different aspects. So I'm just proud to have a chance to be with a group who can lead that as an important part of our state policy.
Well, how do you see the Collins Center being able to play that role in moving the dialogue on these public policy issues?
Well, I have maybe once you get associated with something like the Collins Center, you only see the opportunities, but I think most of us have had our fill of assigning blame without trying to fix problems. And I think that the role that's being played by the Collins Center and organizations like that are clearly on the upswing. Again, just look at the response that is coming from the mediation of foreclosures. My early dialogue with the staff and leadership of the Collins Center is we can barely keep pace with the number of serious agencies and organizations that are asking the Collins Center to step in and bring that expertise to help resolve the issue. But when you do it, it's one by one. It's not pass a bill and declare victory. It's this case and this case and this one. So we have a lot of training to do, a lot of work to do, and a lot of understanding. So I love that kind of stuff, you know, that where you actually roll up your sleeves and make a difference. So I think that's probably we're at a time in our civic society where the value of organizations like the Collins Center are just it's our time.
Right. Well, your passion comes across. So
I really believe this.
So from a personal perspective,
Yeah.
what would you like to accomplish as a member of the board?
Well, I always think, again, I'm a community college guy from start to finish, and I think community colleges play an incredibly important civic role as well. And to the extent, and we've got great board members. Eduardo Padron, one of the premier Floridians, is on the board. I mean, the hair on the back of my neck stands up to think of being on the same board. But I think community colleges have yet more that they can do in the repair of our civic fabric. And to the extent that I can bring that to bear with business, civic, and governmental leaders, and where they can see us in yet an emergent or a new role, I won't be shy about that part at all. I think the other part is, I have the good fortune of being in Tallahassee, so sometimes just an extra voice in the state capitol can bring some additional attention and perspective to the work of the Collins Center, and I'm available to help represent the Collins Center as maybe a governmental agency or legislative groups want a little more information or somebody to provide some perspective. So I'd be happy to. I think I can play that role. I know that's one of the roles I play as a community college president as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds great. It sounds exciting. And Dr. Law, I want to thank you for taking time to share your thoughts and perspectives, and welcome to the board.
It's an honor to be part of this board. Thank you for your interest.
Thank you.